行くぞ変身
This is the technology Oppenheimer feared. Anime girls. I mean, have you seen what they can do to people? I've experienced it firsthand. Magical Destroyers is an original anime that caught my eye for its creativity. Its opening breaks down from Japanese rock into a song straight out of a gym playlist. Its ending scatters copies of each character's bodies across a shoreline, featuring lyrics like, "I guess I'll sleep so that I can see her in my dreams," while the main character takes a nice nap. The creator of the show even said Magical Destroyers was inspired by Kill la Kill, Fully Cooley, and even Undertale. Accompanied by scenes with hints of schizophrenia, you could tell this wasn't your ordinary anime. And as someone who felt burned after Renai Flop's twist last year, I went into this anime with hopes and dreams. So, how exactly did it turn into this? Are you serious right now? Relax, get comfy, because we're about to go through all the good and all the bad of an anime called Magical Destroyers, as well as the insane lore of the man who created it.
Did this guy having that like bad or something? Like I got no reason to live anymore.
The year is 2008, and the Japanese government has just banned everything otaku related, making otaku tied with gamers as the most oppressed group in the world. Our main character, Otaku Hero, doesn't take this ban lightly, fighting back over the next couple years alongside his comrades and 3 magical girls, Anarchy, Blue, and Pink. Yet, even after successfully taking back Akihabara, they lose it again, with Blue and Pink now missing. It's been 3 years, and Otaku Hero has given up hope. He doesn't want to fight anymore. What is up with anime and manga making lung cancer look cool? Anarchy isn't having it, telling Otaku Hero that she'll show him true magic, and if that doesn't convince him, she'll become the leader instead, which works. While witnessing Anarchy's attempt to retake Akihabara, Otaku Hero gets his motivation back. They hop in a blimp, which Anarchy drops from as she transforms into her magical form. She starts freeing everyone who's been captured using Heaven's Inferno, Heaven's Paradise, No Hit, No Life, and a big bomb. They also find out where Blue is being held captive, but a giant robot is guarding her. No worries though, because Anarchy is absolutely broken. After they defeat the robot, Blue explains that she got captured while trying to hook up with someone she met online. Yep, she's pretty unhinged. The final scene shows the culprit behind everything laughing that the game has just begun. If you're confused, don't worry, I also have no idea what I watched. Now that Blue has been saved, the gang tries to locate Pink, utilizing the classic anime hacker man. Turns out, she's nearby hosting raves. They go to talk to her, taking a small detour on the way. However, when they arrive, they find Pink is in a very similar mindset to Otaku Hero when he was burnt out. The only difference is that rather than getting lung cancer, she copes by partaking in after-school activities. Also, for some reason, Pink can only say this, which Blue has to constantly translate, which I thought was going to be a small gimmick, but ended up lasting the entire anime. At least the voice actor got the bag. Pink gives them some cough medicine in order to prove how serious they are, which makes them sleepy and throws them into a dream where they fight Pink. Anarchy and Blue transform, they fight off body pillows, but eventually Pink gets the upper hand. Anarchy desperately reminds her of the promise they made when they first became magical girls, causing all of Pink's followers to tell her that she can go back to being one. This gets through to Pink, and the gang is finally back together. Next! Episode 3 opens with your average anime fan's birthday POV, until Otaku Hero opens a package. Put this man on a list. It cuts back to the present, where a bus pulls up with tourists leering at the wild otaku. This makes Anarchy angry. They then go to a maid cafe where they play a quiz game where the loser has to do a punishment, which I can't show. Let's just say Blue is back at it again. While this is happening, bad guys send out the armored titan, who starts annihilating everyone. Eventually it finds them and they get absolutely destroyed. Otaku Hero suggests that the girl should combine to defeat the Titan, which Blue interprets very sparingly. However, they notice something. The person in control of the Titan is actually a car otaku, and they use that knowledge to corner him, using a move called Triple Destroy on his behind. Otaku Hero starts having a heartfelt conversation with the defeated Titan, bringing him to realize that he was a car otaku all... Oh. Yeah, this person's broken. However, before she can cut down Otaku Hero, a cringe-mobile rider, their words not mine, comes in and sacrifices himself to save them, leaving everyone feeling awful and defeated. This was the episode that, for me, solidified something was off about magical destroyers. From its opening scene of Otaku Hero being delivered girls in a box with no one in sight, to the complete 180 of its comedic atmosphere when Slayer made her entrance. Their whole situation feels weird. They're supposed to be in a revolution against Japan, yet they're able to walk around, be looked at by tourists, have their cringe-mobiles, and run a maid cafe. None of it feels real. Almost like it's all a dream. After the slight change in tone in episode 3, you would normally expect the narrative to start getting heavier. No, it doesn't. Episode 4 is the beach episode. Literally nothing happens. In this episode, the gang sneaks into Shibuya after getting info that there is a product that can enhance their magical powers. However, before they arrive at the location, they run into... It's okay though, he's one of us. Are Among Us memes still a thing? The foreigner brings them the person with the product, but he wants a heavily guarded figurine as payment. Otaku Hero and company comply. After climbing up to the military base where the figurine is being held, they fight their way into the base, eventually retrieving it and exchanging it for the product. Oh no, the imposter was Among Us the entire time. The product is a trap. This episode is all about the past. First, we learn more about TV Head. He created Slayer in a tube, her sole purpose to destroy anarchy. That's a crazy way to use your magic. Then we learn more about Otaku Hero. Right after he received the girls in a package, the girls ask if he was the one who reincarnated them into magical girls. They exclaim that Otaku Hero is everything to them, and they do not have any prior memories. This guy really did forget to take his pills. It shows how everyone slowly got closer to each other, finally cutting back to the present, where Otaku Hero is currently mourning the people they have lost so far. However, this mourning is interrupted by TV Man, who comes in and then he straight up mocks and makes fun of Otaku Hero before leaving. Didn't have to do him like that, man. While returning from Shibuya, the gang gets ambushed by Bakugo, who has had enough of being a hero and is now a villain. He sends everyone to a VR world where he has God mode enabled, and they fight for a bit before Otaku Hero realizes that everyone can type /game mode 1 and ends up summoning a Gundam. They continue their fight, the AI sidekick eventually grabbing Anarchy and attempting to brainwash her, which turns out to be a bad choice because once she tries to look inside Anarchy's mind, she turns into a mosaic. That's kind of unsettling, and the world starts to fall apart. They escape the game, where Bakugo has reverted to a childlike state, and at the sight of Anarchy gets very scared. Where's Deku-chan when you need him? In celebration of outplaying the bad guys and retrieving the product, they decide to hold a big event calling it Wanku, in white paint. Otaku Hero starts planning the event, finding a suitable location, entertainment, and sets up the stalls. The event begins and Otaku Hero, ready to give a speech, prepares to go on stage. But as soon as he steps outside the tent, all his surroundings, the bustling life and crowd, are all gone. He's alone. He starts having a mental breakdown. He envisions Blue, Pink, and Anarchy all questioning why he wanted to throw a party in the first place, suggesting that it was nothing but dumb. He begins to apologize profusely, saying he won't throw any more parties, admitting how ignorant and stupid he's been. However, Anarchy and the others reappear, but instead, they now comfort him, telling him that it's going to be okay. Blue tells him that when every day is a tough battle and you've lost all the joy in life, the only victory left is a total victory. I honestly don't know what that line means, but it causes Otaku Hero to ask himself which one is it? Which one am I in? All the while, the crowd in front of him appears and disappears repeatedly. He has to choose, and he chooses to say the things he likes. Which I also don't really understand what that choice has to do with this situation, but the guy clearly has some problems. This statement causes everything to reappear again, and the event begins. The magical girls join Otaku Hero on stage and begin to sing. However, after their performance, they get interrupted by a girl clutching a head in her arms. Uh-oh. The head starts to talk about eradicating the otaku, and then launches everyone up with his tongue. He uses his eyelashes as needles and enlarges his ear to block attacks. This is kind of disgusting. I don't really like this. They're now playing b-ball with his head. Turns out the girl is his little sister and fulfilled his wish of having himself unalived by her hands. What? The girl then puts her hand in the head's ear, allowing him to unleash his laser beam ability. Forced into a corner, Blue and Pink take the product to make themselves stronger. Even though they were set up by ops, the product works and they start their counter attack. They force the head to infuse with a blow-up doll. What am I watching? However, giving him a body only makes him stronger. But his sister doesn't like feeling left behind, feeling betrayed when she first unalived her brother because she was supposed to join him quickly after, but was unable to. She removes her brother's head from the doll, and then touches their heads together, causing them to morph into actual nightmare fuel. The gang slightly retreats and prepares to fight, but apparently Slayer doesn't like spiders because she's pissed. Okay, that was brutal. Oh. Slayer turns her attention to Otaku Hero, but before she can do anything, TV Man tells her to give Otaku Hero one more day. Slayer reluctantly complies, leaving Dragon Ball Z style. That was the weirdest episode yet, but it was pretty good. The next episode opens with Anarchy having a nightmare. The endgame is near. Instead of waiting a day for Slayer to come back, everyone has decided to strike first. While Otaku Hero and the rest try to storm the headquarters, Anarchy, Blue, and Pink run into Slayer and two other magical girls and begin to fight. But it doesn't go too well. While Slayer and Anarchy fight, Slayer comes to realize that fighting Anarchy is like fighting herself. Meanwhile, Otaku Hero manages to reach the room where the TV Man is, after falling down some stairs, Mr. Krabs style. Unfortunately, he's been set up, only finding a notebook left by the TV Man that's actually a script for everything that has happened in the story so far. This entire time, they were dancing in the palms of his hand. Otaku Hero reads further beyond, where he learns that the product Blue and Pink are taking are not gonna result in very good things. He quickly leaves to warn them, but it's too late. Blue and Pink have already been backed into a corner and have used the products to power up, which allows them to break the mass of their opponents, only to reveal that they were fighting different versions of themselves this entire time. Episode 11 opens with a man in his room, typing very mean words to people who are criticizing his game. All of a sudden, a goddess shows up and tells him that his game is interesting, but could be better, giving him an opportunity to make his own world because she's bored. A USB pops out of his mouth and he plugs. This is the most realistic thing that's happened in this anime. He plugs in the USB, which probably is what started the world of magical destroyers. We go back to the present to confuse Pink and Blue, but their hesitation doesn't last long, and they start to win their fights, eventually defeating their opponents, causing them to inflate and turn into doors. Do not open them. But they do, which is not good, and they get trapped in a room etched in red and have to fight infinite versions of themselves. A little bit into their struggle, their memories start to disappear. Everything they learned and experienced and cherished alongside Otaku Hero starts to fade away until the memories are completely gone forever. Meanwhile, Anarchy and Slayer are going at it, Anarchy putting all her emotions on display. She eventually defeats Slayer, but it's too late. The product the magical girls took was amniotic fluid, the fluid that they were born in, and has completely reverted them back to what they were made for, TV man's pawns. Yeah, it's over for Otaku Hero. The girls don't recognize Otaku Hero anymore, having zero memories of him. The TV man reveals to Otaku Hero that he planned this from the very start. It also turns out that this little animal that I have never mentioned because their only purpose in the entire show was to get repeatedly unalived until now is actually Origin, the god who gave the TV his powers. Otaku Hero fights against the brainwashing attempted on him and rushes to hit the TV man only to be stopped by Pink and thrown into the air. He visions the four of them back in his storage unit where he says his goodbyes. The girls tell him not to go, but he says he has to. The girls tell him he still means everything to them. The vision ends and Otaku Hero gets impaled by the three. He dies. Otaku Hero dies. Didn't expect that. The three girls are now the TV man's pawns and capture up Otaku. However, the revolution should have eventually died down with the death of Otaku Hero, according to the TV man's script, but someone new has taken Otaku Hero's role and will continue the resistance. And that's it. That's the finale. Why was Anarchy the only one built up to be some dangerous person just to have her turned evil in the exact same way Blue and Pink were? Why was Otaku Hero seemingly schizophrenic throughout the entire show? Why did the TV man even send the girls to Otaku Hero in the first place? What was the point of pretty much anything? I don't know. There were so many things that happened that made no sense, led to nothing, and have no answers because even if I tried to find them through the mobile game that came out with the anime, I can't because it was so bad it's already been shut down and can't be downloaded. But maybe that's what they were going for. Maybe Magical Destroyers was so meta that they based the game off TV man's writing skills. Why, man? Why? Although disappointed, I still had fun with Magical Destroyers. At certain points in the show, I truly felt that I was watching a hidden gem in the making. It was different, and that probably had to do with the creator of the show, Jun Inagawa. Jun Inagawa is Americanized, and I'm not talking he likes the culture, I'm talking it's why Anarchy uses the middle finger, and why they called this event Wanku, despite both of these things having no Japanese meaning. Why the magical girls in the show like after-school activities, are horny on main, and are extremely insensitive. Jun was born in Japan, but raised in California from middle school. After moving back to Japan and failing to become a mangaka at 18, he became lost. This is when his uncle introduced him to skating, and the freedom of skating culture spoke to him. A skating group he liked happened to see an illustration he did, and the next thing you know, he's in Los Angeles making clothing, collabing, and meeting high-profile figures. He started to DJ, did the character design for a music video for Yama, created clothes for Billie Eilish. The man just started doing side quests. Out of nowhere, he secures his own anime. Jun believes that you should do what you love without worrying about what others think. And at its core, that's what I got out of Magical Destroyers. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know what the creation process of an anime looks like. But how many times have we seen projects get greenlit only to have the original creator's opinions ignored or changed? Do you really think Jun saw this and went, yeah, great work guys, this is exactly my creative vision? Regardless, Jun is only 24 with an anime under his belt, and I'm sure it won't be his last. Announcement time, I've started a Patreon. You may be asking yourself, why would you want to give money to someone who uploads every 3 months? I don't know. Although if you do, you'll get access to a 45,000 word light novel I wrote in 2021, Patreon exclusive videos like a tier list where I waffle about Mushoku Tensei volumes, an exclusive role on my Discord server whose only purpose is to bully and make fun of me, along many other things. Special thanks to the man who's named Dave who supported my Patreon before I even advertised it. Bye!